Next today we have Sword Bio. David Dingot is Fortune 10 trained with over 30 years of business leadership. He was the co-founder of Corrente, which was sold to Oracle. He founded Sword Bio, and with his background, expertise, and proven track record of success, he is well positioned to take it to the next level along with his incredible team. Sword Bio is a contract research organization that accelerates the drug development process by developing and running tests for preclinical and clinical trials for biotech and pharma clients. I will let David tell you all about it.
Great, Sarah. Thank you. As was just mentioned, we basically get drugs to market faster than they would otherwise. SWORD is a contract research organization or CRO located in Chicago, and we develop and run the FDA required tests for getting these drugs to market. And we do that for the pharmaceutical and biotech industries. There are only about 30 US CROs, and this is needed by thousands of companies. So there's a shortage of companies that can do this sort of thing. And in fact, there's been a shortage for decades in this space. And because of that, when you look at the multiples on exit, over the last 5 years, they've ranged from 20 to 28 times EBITDA, with probably the standout being BioAgilytix, which was sold in 2021 for $2.5 billion, or 44 times EBITDA. So our strategy is very simple: recruit the top leaders in this space to quickly create another win. Speaking of BioAgilytix, which is the company I just described that sold for 44x, our chief operating officer co-founded BioAgilytix. After a great exit, he retired, came out of retirement when he learned about Sword Bio, invested in the company, and set his salary to $0, where it's been for the last 2 years since he's joined. David Osband sold his family company to BioAgilytix. And he was their VP of sales. He's now our VP of sales and invested in the company. If you take a look at the other key players from an executive standpoint, they have great success at BioAgilytix and other companies. So we've got a leadership team that can take this company through exit and certainly beyond. And if you take a look at this space, basically a company that has their drug delayed by for every day that it's delayed in getting into the market, it costs about $1 million on average. And if you look at the CROs, first of all, just to get these projects started, it can take 3 to 4 months. So you have amazing delay right up front. And then throughout that project life cycle, they typically will change the scientific team depending on the stage. And that creates incredibly inefficient communication for those customers. And the senior scientist that typically sells you these opportunities is never heard from again until they go ahead and try to sell you something else. Sword is very different from that perspective. We start projects in under 30 days. We have a principal scientist who remains the main contact for the customer throughout the project, and senior scientists are involved in every step of the way. So basically, the projects not only start sooner, they finish faster, and that gets the drugs to the people that need them sooner than they would otherwise. Just a typical customer example: $150 million market cap. They've spent over $500,000 with Sword Bio through multiple projects. So this is an ongoing relationship and something that doesn't take a lot of customers to have a very successful exit. Big market, $5 billion market cap. We need less than 0.5% market share to create a great exit. From a traction perspective, we've already got our average project size up from 2024 to 2025 from 40,000 to 100,000. Our backlog, which is basically business that we've already sold that we have yet to implement. In January, that was 200,000. In May, it's up to 1.2 million, and we're adding 1 new customer a month. We also have a great partnership underway that I'm happy to share more information about in the breakout room, but they're 10 times larger than us, and we're working together to go after an interesting part of this market. So from a financial perspective, basically, we've been doubling revenue year over year since 2023. We already have over 3 million in sales year to date, and we're targeting an exit in the 28-29 timeframe at about 16 million in revenue. So in summary, we're basically gaining rapid market acceptance. We're raising $1 million in equity financing for growth capital, and that will be used for the 8 new hires that we've hired since December and beyond. So hope to share more with you in the breakout rooms. Thank you.